Can Muslims celebrate Ramadan in China? Ramadan Kareem to all my Muslim friends around the world. I'm Myrna, a Chinese Arab living in Beijing, and let me tell you, how do Muslims celebrate Ramadan in China? Okay, so first things first, when I say Muslims in China, they could be local Chinese and they could be internationals. So first, let's talk about who are the Muslims in China. For those who don't know, we have 56 ethnic minorities in China, and some of them are Muslim. For example, we have the Hui ethnic minority, the Uyghur ethnic minority. In terms of a Muslim community in China, you have the Chinese Muslims, but you also have the international Muslims, like all the different foreigners living in China, from your students to your expats, your business workers, your families. So when Ramadan does come, how do they celebrate? They fast like Muslims all around the world. But what I think is really beautiful about China is that there's such a big community of Muslims of different backgrounds. So you have the Chinese Muslims, you have the international Muslims, and each of them can celebrate in their own way as according to how they would celebrate in their own country. They go to the mosque, they go iftar together. Speaking of iftar, what I love is that in Ramadan, specifically in Beijing, because I'm living in Beijing, lots of the international restaurants do lots of offers and buffets. So for example, the Middle Eastern restaurants would have Ramadan iftar buffets, the Indian restaurants would have Ramadan iftar buffets. The different communities in China can have their own meals and their own country's food to celebrate. People make gatherings, people make, jama'a ma ba'd, just to celebrate together. And in terms of halal food in China, there are so many. So in Beijing specifically, there's a whole area called Nujie, which is all for halal food because the majority of the people there used to be Hui ethnic minority. And actually, funny enough, lots of the traditional snacks of Beijing are halal, but we'll get into that in another video one day.